I am so over having to use Windows Media Player to play songs for dance groups and anybody else. Yeah, and I need
Why don't you
Mac.
just get an instrument out and play it yourself?
What do you say?
Why don't you just get an instrument out and play it yourself?
Yeah, goddamn, might as well. It sucks too because I'll test everything beforehand. I got the tracks running smoothly and everything, and then live during show, it's like I need 30 seconds to think about this decision, whether or not I want to play the track or not. And I'm like, nothing has changed. You've sat on this window. That, yeah.
It did bail us out once when they were like said they were ready, and then 10 seconds later said, "Oh wait, no."
Yeah, that one rare use case scenario. No. Also, I just got done with like the rental from hell this last weekend, so it was the last one we had to do, and it was not my favorite. Ugh.
Did I tell you that when Emily was in dance, A Time to Dance had a horrible reputation, and that was 15 years ago?
That's so funny. I don't even know what all these little companies are not. I just know that her husband is in business for 25 years, and I don't know how to run a business.
That's true, Tyson. You, the theater manager, don't know how to run a business. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm a failure.
One of them left their blue Stanley Cup in the lobby, and I just pray that CCS steals it.
Well, you just throw that away. That's what we do. I not just like as a retaliation for them. That's not what I'm saying, but we just throw away everybody's cups that leave in the lobby because we're over it.
I'm gonna be so honest with you. I would just steal that shit.
You could do that.
If I had any need or anybody that wanted a pink Stanley, I would just steal that shit and peel the stickers off.
Steal, throw away. What's the difference?
All that matters to them is they ain't getting it back.
Amen.
All right.
Why did this?
Let's see. These must be two extra. I don't see these sets in my rotation. All right, let's roll for recap.
Hold on, I need to hang up from Discord. My Discord's being weird.
That's okay. Ian, I rolled you.
Yeah, I felt that was coming.
Oh,
Don't we love a group recap? So, from what I remember, I don't know where we were, but I think we're doing like the scavenger hunt. We finished the scavenger hunt, and then we like go to another location at the school, and like 3 teachers are dead or something. 2 teachers are dead, and there's like a few students who are dead.
One
teacher's dead,
and the rest were students.
Oh, okay. I knew it was multiple people at some point. Okay. So they all dead as hell. And did we fight something? Did we fight what killed them?
Fought a bunch of, what were they called? Blood
spawn?
Blood spawn, that's what it was.
And didn't we like annihilate them?
Oh yeah.
A couple of nuke spells.
So that was pretty swaggy.
Also came in.
Yeah. That
Raylo
is where
also came in and cut up the psych with an R.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I wasn't there the last session until the very end because you guys were in a fight. I thought you guys were gonna die.
Yeah. Wait, so you cut a what into a what? The letter R?
Yeah.
He had his Zorro moment.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if he was like doing a summoning or ritual thing or something.
Crazy. I was gonna call it his V for Vendetta moment, but I guess it's
just the Zorro fantasy.
I guess
moment.
I'm old. I don't know what you want from me. My brain went to Antonio Banderas. It didn't go to.
No, you're not wrong. It also, I think.
Me too, for sure.
Okay, so that happened, and then I only remember the fight we killed the things. Is what I remember.
A lot of discussion afterwards about whether or not you guys were going to stick around or whether or not you guys were going to leave. And I believe the consensus was you guys were going to leave. You did get the name of the head of the cult, the leader of the Auric,
Okay,
Oh, nar.
X-Star.
I do have a question. Is it good that we killed those people or not?
We did interrogate one of
What
them,
does
so
good or what does bad mean?
I'm talking to the group because I don't have any context other than they were being attacked.
It seems like morals are kind of relative with this group, so I don't know if I could pass a judgment on that.
Not more.
He's being obtuse. We walked in and they
okay.
killed a teacher. I think we're in the right here.
Yeah, they were like-
Yeah, we hate most of the teachers, I feel. Well, not most of them, but we hate the teachers, and we
I should
still...
have rephrased that. Was it in our best interest to kill them or not?
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
You can probably
They're
kill the
they're-
teachers if we wanted to at some point, but I don't think it has to come to that just yet.
Look, so far the only person from the cult that we've fought with any sort of intelligence or rank ran away with less two hands. So the grunts I don't give a shit about. I've tried interrogating them in the past, and it was fruitless.
Ty, what do we know about the prison system in this world? Like, how many years do we go to jail for killing someone?
In
It's
self-defense?
it's kind of like the Japanese prison system. If you get convicted, you are get arrested, you're going to be convicted.
Mm.
And they don't have an Azkaban, but they do have like a Guantanamo.
Great, we gotta go.
Shit. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Oh yeah, like no one else has come in. No one else has seen this yet.
So yeah, if you guys want to jump in, we'll jump in there. I think we did leave a little after this, but it's been so long, we might as well just continue going forward. So, you guys, yeah, the battle is over. You see, it's hard to make out and identify the bodies at this point because the blood spawn have like pretty much ripped them to shreds. Like, you know, it's
my
mostly just
God.
like guts and sinew and like bones, kind of like what?
And viscera.
Yes. It's not like anybody could walk in and find anything distinguishable about who this person is unless they did like actual forensic evidence, right? So
Unless they looked into it.
yeah. Well, I mean, like, you know, I'm thinking like dental records or like, you know, whatever.
Do we have time to rummage through pockets real quick?
So in theory, you can. Basically, what's happened is that you have killed the cult members. Okay, and their bodies are still intact, obviously, and they're recognizable. You could go sift through all of the, you know, bloods and guts of the other teachers and everything like that to find what you're looking for. Remind me, did you guys bring with you Nora? Or did you ditch her?
I think she was with us.
I thought we ditched her.
I need everyone to give me an investigation or a perception check.
No, didn't we leave her outside of the front door? I think I remember that.
Potentially. My iPad charge.
We did leave her outside when we went to Tony's, but I think we brought her with when we went to the theater. So maybe that was it.
Dirty 20.
14.
I think I got a 13.
What are we rolling, sir?
Josie. You can't find her anywhere. In fact, there's not even a trace of her existence.
And maybe that means
Like,
shit.
existence.
Maybe
on
she
this
was
plane, or
eaten by
just
the
that
blood
she was-
spawn.
I mean, you can't determine that she's still not on this plane, but like, there's no signs of like her footprints outside, or like,
Okay.
you know, there's no like indications that her presence was there.
Well, she probably had a shift at the fire jolt, so it's all good. We'll see her later. Come on, guys, let's get the
Hopefully she
fuck out of here.
Hopefully she
Can
didn't
I-
see anything. Rat on us.
Cast just a quick detect magic just to see if there's anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I do that.
You see that outside of where you guys entered the theater. So remember, you're in the old theater on the Prismari campus.
Mm-hmm.
You feel that there is a magical presence there that has to do with time.
I was right, Ian.
She's Hermione Grangering it. I don't remember what the thing is called.
We didn't pay for the rights, and we're definitely not supporting her.
Yeah, fuck J.K. Rowling.
That's why we didn't pay for the rights.
That, and I'm sure her fee is not cheap.
It's also not worth
Coco, can Coco like investigate the cultists and see if they have any like, I don't know, cult paraphernalia? You know, necklaces, books.
As it turns out, they have little decanters that I'm totally making this up and bullshitting. I was gonna do a bunch of drug paraphernalia that's just got the cult on there, but go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I was like, what kind of booze is in the decanter there, huh?
Wait, do we know where they came from? Did they just pop out of nowhere?
No, they came through the front door, I
They
think.
walked in through the front door. Where they came from prior to that, you're not sure.
Okay, my iPad is dead and I can't tell if it's charging or not, but I rolled a 16 regardless of modifiers. But I think I have like a +1 or something.
Okay. You are able to go through, and they don't have much on them. It's funny, you recognize some of the students. Like, these are definitely Strixhaven students and class members. They're not like popular kids on campus, but they're like somebody you like saw in the quad once, or like, you know, somebody who you've seen in the cafe. You know, maybe you have a class or two with them, but you don't really talk to them.
I literally didn't know who any of these people are. They were like total nobodies.
And just real quick, Tyson, there's cult members that we're fighting, and then what was the other thing?
Blood spawn. They are
Blood spawn.
creatures that are kind of worm-like with arms that feed on blood.
Ew.
And those were two separate parties.
You
Or
feel
are they
like the
connected?
cult summoned the blood spawn there. You guys actually witnessed a summoning. So whatever, I don't know if the blood spawn, in fact, I'll say this. You don't feel like the cult controlled the blood spawn in terms of like, the blood spawn is a wild monstrosity. And so, you know, much the same that like humans can't control wolves, but if I unleashed a bunch of wolves in the parking lot,
Yeah.
they probably eat
What-
people.
what-
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and do
don't know that.
we know the teachers that were affected?
The one teacher, I think it's Vermelda. It's the
Vermelda
same.
Lang.
Yeah, Vermelda Lang. It's the same teacher that teaches Defense Against the Dark Arts, and it's the
Okay.
teacher whose ring you have.
Boy, does she not know how to do her job.
It's,
So you remember the ring that you found in the Dapple Manor,
Yeah.
Dapplewing Manor, Lord Dapple,
That's right.
whatever it was.
She
It's
is
her ring.
okay?
She is dead.
Oh, we still had like a couple more lessons to go over, dude.
Well, I guess you guys are getting a refund on your tuition. Damn, I should have taken this class.
Ugh. I could tell you when UNC fired all of its teachers, they didn't give the kids a refund on their tuition.
Can I see? I know this is a little disrespectful. Can I see if she has anything of value on her?
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Ian, you also, in like the pockets of these kids, you find a few coins. Also, you find like 10 gold coins between the lot of them. I will also say that you find like every single one of them on their over their heart is the symbol of the cult. And you look and see that it is a circle with a teardrop in the center.
Okay, Lumen.
Give me a history check with advantage, everyone.
I rolled a 21 on my investigation.
Hold those numbers in your head. On your investigation, Dakin, you don't find anything on her body, but what's weird about the situation is that you feel like her bones. Vermelda's a very thin woman, you feel like the bones that you're finding of where she was in that moment is very, like, would be too large of a frame for her. Like, her femur bones are too long to be the height that you know her as. That her torso is too wide for, like, the frame of body that she is in.
Okay. And okay. I kind of want to investigate further then. I want to see if she has some kind of glamour magic on or something.
You can roll an Arcana check for me if you want. What was everybody's history check?
I got a dirty 20.
21.
15.
6.
Mordecai, you immediately recognize that the seal on all of the clues for this challenge match the Oryx logo. So the wax seals that were pressed into all of the clues is an exact match of what the tattoos over all of. And in fact, they're not even tattoos. It's actually a brand. So they're taking a hot fired iron and branding over their heart this logo and sigil.
Now,
So hold up.
wasn't it Ramilda Vane who? Sorry, Dick. Wasn't it Ramilda Vane who wrote the challenges?
Romelda Lang, she gave you the challenges in class and told you where the first clue was. You have not seen her from the time that she's given the challenge to the clues, but all of the clues that you found on your scavenger hunt did indicate that sigil.
I'm gonna walk over to her corpse. Can I do is this her corpse? Is this her?
I still have detect magic on. It lasts for up to 10 minutes. Do I sense anything from it I could tell them about?
Yes. There is some kind of transfiguration spell that was on the body that upon their death reverted back to whatever their original form was. Unfortunately, the blood spawn has disfigured the corpse beyond recognition. Of all of the bodies, actually, that are on the stage.
Yeah, because I rolled a 25 for Arcana.
On a 25, you would know that this is reminiscent of the disguise self spell.
I also remember where I got that ring. Wasn't there it was like a magic circle with Oryx spelled out? Was it in her? It was in our office, right?
It was in a side room, actually, like a storage room.
Side room. Yeah.
And actually, you do remember this is where Godfrey said he summoned the cult.
Oh yeah.
I'm not trying to throw cold water on your theory. Your theory could still be true. I'm just giving you all the information that you had.
Yeah, you're good. Do I recognize what kind of humanoid creature it actually is?
It still looks human.
No.
It just is. You're just noticing these inconsistencies of for instance, if you were to find the body of a woman who's supposed to be 5'11" and you find a 6'3" frame, you may not be able to see what the face is like, but you could tell very easily that's probably not the woman you're thinking of. You know what I'm saying? It's not that the bones look any weird, like there's no deformities or anything like that. Obviously, this person was eaten by the blood spawn, but it just is like this. A lot of these things are just like this. Looking at these bones, I could not determine that this would be the person that I think it is.
So, this teacher was attacked by the blood spawn, attacked by the cult, but her scavenger hunt, we were looking for the symbol of the cult at the same time.
Yeah,
right?
weird stuff.
And the teacher, who's dead, doesn't seem like they are part of the cult at this moment.
I don't know
Well,
if you
this
could make a
doesn't seem like-
determination. You guys came in as they were being feasted upon.
Okay.
Also, this isn't the body of the teacher. Or maybe it is, and Romilda Lang is not the body we are familiar with.
Hold on. Could be like a Mad-Eye Moody situation. Not to bring back more Harry Potter references.
Well, I suppose the
This is a
easiest way to
magical
determine
school, okay? I'm not gonna lie. There's
It's
some
gonna be
tropes
hard.
are unavoidable.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I don't want to be blamed for any of this.
You think
Yeah,
about it.
let's get
Theo
that
is the boy who lived.
Don't bring me into this.
He is the best at sports ball.
True.
You're telling me that Kokomi doesn't give you, Ron Weasley vibes?
Was Ron the best at...
What the fuck?
I was just trying to make Ian react, and I got exactly what I wanted.
Ronald Weasley? That's the vibe Coco gives?
No, I just thought who would be the opposite of the vibe that Coco
Yeah,
gives.
Yeah, Ian. Coco definitely gives sidekick vibes.
I'll take sidekick. But Ronald?
Maybe we should get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
I got what I
Perfect.
came for.
Are you guys going anywhere, or are you guys going to go back to your houses and get kind of washed up for the night and day? Are you going to alert campus police or anything like that too?
We just leave the scene as
I
we're
could-
like probably covered in blood because we've been like going
We should
through
clean
these
up.
bodies.
Definitely first clean up. And then
Honestly-
maybe-
Anonymous tip. I just did.
some fucking shit gone down.
You know, I might put an anonymous tip that there's a strange smell coming from this old theater.
We don't trust any of the faculty, right?
Not really.
I mean, one of them is constantly either a red herring or just willfully letting us know they're evil, and the other one's skeleton doesn't fit. And I don't know which one of those is more alarming.
Ew.
So tired of transmutation type things.
With that, you guys go home. You awake the next morning. You actually have a Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Theo, Raylo, and Cordelia. And you guys head to class, and you are greeted at the sight of Romilda Lang, standing at the head of the class.
Of course you are.
Good morning, students. Do you have your clues from the scavenger hunt? Suddenly, all the students start to pull out envelopes, and give me a perception check, Raylo and Theo.
Oh god.
That's a
Oh.
9, 10.
16 for once. We get into conspiracies and Theo pays attention.
Sorry, what were those two, Chef?
I got a 10.
I got a 16.
You guys notice that the envelopes are blue, and that they look nothing like the envelopes that you grabbed on your scavenger hunt.
Do we still have the
Hold on.
envelopes?
Yeah.
all that, and you still failed the class.
What does Nora have?
Nora's not
Is
in
Nora
class
there?
right now.
I'm gonna
Maybe
lean to Raylo
we-
and like, I don't understand what's happening right now. That
Maybe
one was
we-
dead.
Maybe we didn't do the assignment.
Did I misunderstand a clue? Was it not Sundial and I happened upon another
No.
scavenger hunt?
No. We both all got the same clues except for everybody else. I think we were targeted. So I say we just say we don't have envelopes and didn't do the assignment.
All right, students, please bring them up to the front office for me.
Okay, I think this is the
Theo
easier
and
plan.
Mr. Raylo, where do you have yours?
We
We couldn't figure out what it was.
We didn't do
It
it.
was a lame-o assignment.
A lame-o assignment, I see.
Not enough blood.
Sorry, we just
Miss Kokomi,
Not a-
I am very alarmed at the statement you just made. Do you need to seek a counselor?
He's just
Does it
in the
look
hallway,
like
not even
I
in
need
this
to see a
class.
counselor?
If you
Let
want
me
my
see this
honest
right now.
opinion, yes. I'm not gonna lie. This
And
whole
I-
semester, Coco, I've been watching you decline on a downward trajectory. For a while, I didn't think that you knew what a bath was. Now you've come back and you are clean, but you are saying things like, doesn't have enough blood. Have you been bitten by a vampire as of late? Do you need help coping with this new transformation and change?
If there's someone that can help wield new vampiric powers with me, I will take that up, Miss Teacher.
So you are indeed a vampire.
If that will get me to these vampire classes, yes, I 100% am.
I'm going to refer you to another dean. And she writes down a name on a slip of paper and hands it to you.
Ooh.
There's
This
no
is
way
the
this doesn't
Dean
end up.
of Darkness.
You're the best teacher I've had, honestly.
I am concerned for your well-being. I hope this helps.
Sorry about the assignment.
There's no way this doesn't end up with what's the vampire that Lorraine's dating name?
That's what
Aurora.
I'm saying. I was like, there is somebody, but you're not gonna like it.
The name is not Aurora on the piece of paper.
I'm definitely just trying to become a vampire and be the only vampire and maybe take someone out. But, you know, we'll see.
Yeah, sorry, we screwed the pooch on that one. But I do have a question. Do you remember the last conversation we had? I'm trying to like piece together and jot it down. You had some really good advice.
The last conversation I had was on class on Friday, in which I said, here's the assignment.
Yeah, but after that, we had a deal about what was it again?
We did not meet over the weekend, Mr. Raylo.
No, it was directly after class.
Well, fuck, the GM doesn't remember what this conversation was, so you're gonna have to remind me.
I asked her about the wish spell and any.
Oh, yeah.
history of that.
She
I'm just
then
trying to
recants.
see if she remembers if it's still the same person.
Yes, she does.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I, as
Okay.
Tyson Lund, did not remember that conversation, but she does remember. You get the feeling this is the same woman you talked to in class on Friday.
Alright.
Ian, I put in the chat the name of that dean.
Ooh, let me see.
Yep,
Who
he is
is
from
it?
Witherbloom campus.
Okay, cool.
This is like. Can you tell me what the first clue was? Because I couldn't figure it out, and I want to make sure I'm not wrong.
We were stumped.
I'm I have to pull up that doc. Hold on 1 second.
Or can you tell me where it was supposed to go? Since we couldn't, clearly we have that first one because we were in class.
Yes, the first clue was a golden face that never cries, yet marks the passing of the skies. Find me where the shadows play, but only at the end of day. Class, what was the answer? And everyone answers, sundials! The sundial garden.
Yeah. Oh. Dang.
Okay. Okay, that is bad. That means bad things.
What about the second one?
Yes, the second clue was books don't speak, but walls might whisper. Find the tone behind the twister. Everyone, where was that? The restricted section of the library.
Is that where we went?
Yes, I think so. Or
We
near
found it behind a wall. Okay.
I'm confused.
So we did get turned around at the library.
It was like a gargoyle, and it was a little different. And then
No, you had to
opened
go
up a
up
super
the twisted staircase. And at the very top, there was an old robot that said, "Congratulations, here's your next clue."
Oh, I looked at a book about twisting people's arms for medicine.
Oh, yes. Great read. Not what I was looking for, though. Let me see what you have. Where did you guys go? It sounds like you did the assignment. How come you haven't turned anything in?
We got stumped after that one.
Do you have your
And
first
I don't
letter?
like-
Let me see what the
No,
sundial says.
I don't like to turn in unfinished work.
Yes, but you'll get a 0, which will be bad in the grade book. If you give me something, I can give you something.
Fine.
Listen, I taught school for 5 years. You're not going to pull this one on me, buckaroo.
Only 5 years and you're a dean?
It only took me 1 year, and I was a
Alright.
department chair, so if you really want to get into the weeds of it, education is a,
Here you go. Here's ours.
very peculiar. This isn't what I put. And you found these.
No, so clearly we were all wrong, so you can just hand those back and we won't worry about it.
Thank you, thank you.
This is most troubling. Where do these clues lead you?
I don't
Oh
remember.
boy.
Theo, do you remember?
I think we got stumped on that one and we stopped looking.
Theo,
Promise you we will
there
do
is
better on the
make a
next one.
deception check with disadvantage, as there are 4 envelopes standing in front of her.
Damn it, okay. Oh, fuck.
Oh shoot, we should have just turned in 2 of them.
Okay, that one's good. That one's good. That one's bad. That's an 8.
Mr. Theo, do you need help?
Like tutoring?
So many things. Listen, I don't know what these are, and I don't know where you've gotten them. I don't know why you would go to the trouble of making a false scavenger hunt. But what
God
alarms
forbid
me is
you have
this
a
symbol.
hobby.
And she holds up the wax seal that's on the envelopes. Did you come up with this? Listen, students, it is very important that I know if you came up with this symbol or not.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about this in front of the class of a bunch of random people that also did the homework the right way.
Yes.
Those are the envelopes he handed us.
Please see me after class.
Bought us a minute. We could figure out our lie.
In my office hours, you can come and collect these. And she takes the envelopes with her. And the class ends. The rest of the classmates get up and they shuffle out of class. You are left in the lecture hall alone.
So, I mean, if we tell her the truth, we are connecting ourselves to an unreported series of murders.
But these are the envelopes that were handed to us.
Wait, I have a question, like,
Oh, no.
out of
These
character.
were the ones we found. Sorry. My bad.
Did the envelope we were right until the library. So did the envelopes we found, they don't match with what the other students have, and we just didn't notice. They went from like red to blue.
Well, so you wouldn't have noticed because you weren't playing with any of the other students, right?
I see. Okay.
So it's not that you answered the riddles incorrectly. You actually answered them correctly to the clues that you were given. What you're finding, though, is that, as Dakin has said, something or someone pointed you in the wrong direction.
Theo. I knew sundials was off.
But hold on now, everybody. That one was right. We were right on that one.
I think that was
If
when
I know
got it,
anything,
right?
it's my ancient death cults. The modern ones, no experience.
Wait, I think I'm the one who found the second envelope.
That was you in the library.
Can't remember.
Yeah, we split up. I don't think anybody ended up going upstairs. I think that was like, if we don't find anything in these 4 locations, we'll go upstairs.
I actually thought too hard about it. It was actually much simpler, and then we got in trouble because of it.
I don't think you can accuse me of overthinking.
I did. Well, there you go. Don't critically think.
I learned that lesson in the 4th grade.
I don't know. I think we're to the point where we just have to tell the truth.
The truth.
At the very least, we can kind of gauge to see who his teacher actually
I mean,
is and what.
Yeah, no, if she is the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, that's not a bad person to have help us against Sharpie and figure out what they're up to.
I mean, we've kind of made, not enemies, but we haven't had the best favor with any of the rest of the faculty members.
We
She
did.
also
I
gave
don't
me that
remember.
recommendation to the other dean, so I like her.
Coco, you're not a vampire.
That doesn't mean I can't become one. Actually, that means I can become one because I have that option.
Then you'll have something else in common with the rings.
I'm not even doing it because that, but if it
Are you
comes
sure?
to it, I will probably kill the other vampire so I can be the only vampire at this school.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna come to that because she's not a problem. I don't even see her. I don't even know her. She's
Right.
literally nobody. I literally am doing this
Right.
because I want to do this, not because of anyone else. Don't get it twisted.
Right. Twisted.
I believe you.
Yep.
But I like, what's the name of this teacher? The Defense Against the Dark Arts?
Vermelda Lang is the name of this teacher. Vermelda, Vermelda, Lang, Lang.
Well,
Love her.
Cordelia's not here to stop our ideas from, with whatever we think of, come up with another solution. So I guess we just.
No, I like this plan. Let's go.
Each of you arrive.
I like to think that
back
she's
at your
still
dorms.
listening.
Each of you
That's
arrive
what
back at your
whispering
dorms, and you see that there is a red envelope with the same seal on each of your doors, including yours, Tony.
Wait. Did we not
mine too?
Okay.
Yes.
talk to her?
Okay, because I'm not in their class.
Tony's immediately gonna rip it up and then toss it on the ground and then walk into her dorm.
Everything is
I am-
exactly as you left it, and as you look at the security footage, there's only 2 minutes at the front door that's missing.
I'm gonna open it and rush into my room to check on the hookah pipe.
The hookah pipe is fine.
Okay,
Wait, do we,
I'm
do
gonna
we not
open
have
it and read.
a conversation with the teacher? Wasn't she like keeping us there?
She said you can come back and get them at office hours.
Okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
On it, it
Uh,
states, written in blood, you have passed the first trial. Your initiation is imminent.
Oh my lord! Every time.
No thanks, and I'm gonna burn it in my hand.
I will too.
I'm only interested in the fact that it's written in blood.
The letters
Before I-
are disposed of in the various methods in which you choose, but that is what they state.
I keep mine.
Each one of them are identical. You have passed the first trial. Your initiation is imminent.
Cool.
These guys didn't say no for an answer.
Do you guys think it's to become a vampire?
Coco,
I
give me
don't
an
think it's gonna
insight
be that
check.
interesting.
I swear to God, nat 20.
You start to feel inside of you that maybe you want it to be that a little bit more than it is that.
No. I don't say that out loud. That's an internal thought only.
Your internal thought also comes with, well, I guess not only vampires have to be obsessed with blood if it's a blood cult. But
Like,
you do still hold on to the hopeful idea that maybe there are some vampires in this cult.
Oh, I feel like they could intersect at some point. So, well, yes, that doesn't mean, blood cult, vampire, they're not one and the same, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for a vampire to be part of said blood cult.
You feel like, you could make a real strong pitch to them and maybe they'd listen.
I'm just convincing myself.
But you're not actually thinking of joining the blood cult, the ones that have been terrorizing everybody and the reason why we are in this debacle in the first place. Are you?
Definitely not joining. No. Take over?
Coco,
Morkai.
everyone knows that starting a cult is way cooler than taking over a cult. Burning a cult from the inside, that's all right. But stealing someone else's work, come on, man.
But that's what makes it funny. It's kind of like it's giving. I once heard of a story of a gnome. I can't even remember my own character. Who once pretended to be a frog to take over a frog kingdom, or a bullywug. And I've been inspired by that story.
Just a fairy tale, Coco. This is real life.
You all remember that story as The Amazing Adventures of Huxley Westbrook.
God damn it.
And friends.
It was,
Very small and only on the title page of the book. Cover, it just says The Adventures of Huxley Westbrook.
I vaguely remember that book. I remember the hero being very, very, very inspiring.
Something like that.
Yeah, he basically defeated everybody almost single-handedly too.
Yeah, even yeah. He was loved and cheered on by everyone. He was the best. Most certainly did not get his head cut off in the last moment.
You guys hear a voice in the back chime up. He was okay, you know. I felt like the love interest forced between him and the fairy was, you know, a little shoehorned in. And you guys turn back and see Nora is at the back of the class.
Wait, I thought we were in the dorms.
You see Nora's in the back of the dorms.
Nora,
Nice to meet you.
Oh,
how did you get into this house? It's members only.
Oh, Janesh let me in.
Hey, Janesh, we gotta talk about security, buddy. We gotta talk about security. This isn't cool.
Oh, she said she was your friend, so I said, okay, they got lots of friends.
Yeah,
Is it
but
funny that Janesh is the bouncer at the tavern, and he's just letting people in?
Whoa, whoa,
Janesh,
whoa.
how
I
did
don't
you get
bring
your
work
job?
home.
Good. That's good.
Evan, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna just say Tony is gonna run up to her, what's her name, Nora? Nora, and be like, "You think it's fun to mess with people? Leave letters on your doors? Get rid of video footage?"
I didn't. I can't even think of her voice now. I didn't do any of. What are you talking about?
You're the only one who was at my place. Now I have to move. Again.
First of all, you put a bag over my head when we got there. So I didn't see anything about where you live. I don't know where you live.
offered.
I don't know what letters you're talking about, okay? I came here
Can
to
I
tell
roll-
you.
Can I roll insight to
Yeah.
see if she's telling any part, if she doesn't know anything about the letter?
Yeah, go ahead.
I rolled an 8.
As far as you know, she's telling the truth.
by the way,
Listen.
Nora,
You go.
where were you at the last challenge? Where were you?
That's what I came here to talk to you about. I didn't mean to leave so suddenly, but I saw a bunch of hooded, cloaked figures coming in. And so, listen, I am a very advanced student. We've gone over this, okay? But it's impossible for me to balance 2 years worth of workloads into one semester. So I've been going to class using time spells that I got from Dean Sharpbeak, okay?
I've heard this story before somewhere.
I know, I'm not very original, but this is a way that some students who are failing their senior years have to retake a bunch of classes. This is one way to
No, it's okay.
accomplish this.
Listen, it's okay. I wasn't criticizing you when I said that. I was talking to Nora. I was like,
No, in canon, that's exactly what she says. No, it's not very
Oh.
original.
Wait, is Sharpie just handing these out?
You have to pass some prerequisites or whatever, and you have to be a promising student because time magic can be so finicky. But I thought you guys were in trouble, so I thought I would go back and try and, get us out of that situation. So I went and warned, Miss Lang about going down to the theater that day.
Oh, blood is on your.
Did you tell anybody else we were there?
No,
Okay, don't.
does Lang know we were there?
no, nobody. All I said was, Miss Lang, I just don't think that the Prismari campus is the best place to host the end of the trial. It should be somewhere closer to, Silverquill or Lorehold. And she said, you know what? I think you're right.
Wait.
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, sure.
I don't even know what my insight is. Okay. I'll give myself guidance. Add a d4.
Go for it.
Nine. Oh, that's a dirty 20.
She rolled a natural 1. You
She
don't
won't
believe that what she's telling you is the truth.
Where are we right now?
I'm gonna say you're outside of the frat house.
Outside. Great. I'm going to hold, please. I'm gonna cast Hold Person on her.
Does she have to make a save for that?
Wisdom saving throw.
She rolls a 19.
Yeah, it's a 15, so she made it. She's lying. I'm just gonna tell the group, like, she's full of shit.
Do I see her
I knew
time
it.
turning device on her person at all?
It's not a device, it's a spell.
Okay. I'm gonna silence.
So
She's gonna move away and
Nora.
says, I'm not lying. Listen,
Are there any changeling guards around? Because there's a ton on campus, right?
like of your family,
Yeah. Do I see any?
go ahead and make a
Just walking
perception
around?
check.
19.
Yeah, you see a couple.
I'm gonna like snap my fingers for them to come over, and I'm gonna point to Nora, and I'm gonna say, "This one."
They walk over. They're gonna make a grapple check on her.
Oh my god.
They succeed. She's grappled by them.
this is my coworker. Let's not. We don't gotta get too rough with her.
Okay, listen. I didn't go to her and I didn't say that. I said that they were going to be in danger and that something bad was going to happen if she went to the theater, okay? And yes, she does know that you guys were there.
Wait. Wasn't she
Nora,
dead?
Well, no.
I went back
Whoever
in
was there
time
was not.
before she was dead.
And
Hang
that's
on.
what she was like.
So that
Okay,
body
so that's.
wasn't there.
Well, hang on. Now,
Who's dead?
yeah. If she wasn't there, whose corpse was? You know what? That. I'm sure that'll sort itself out later. Nora, why did you feel like you? Why didn't you tell us this the first time when we just asked you? Why did
Because
you lie
I
to
thought
us?
you would be mad at me and that you wouldn't want me to hang out with you guys anymore if you knew that I ratted you out to a teacher. But I was just scared, okay? I was scared that you guys were gonna get that you guys were gonna die and that everybody's gonna get in trouble.
Well,
Can I cast Detect Magic on her just while they're talking?
Yeah, go for it.
You need to grow up, Nora.
I just
got-
do. There's not.
So-
You got one thing right. You are a rat.
You little
The
tattletale
only
rat.
magical presence you gain from Nora is that she is using time magic. Like there's traces of, I don't want to use the word chronomancy because that's a Dimension 20 term, but very much the equivalent.
Chronomancy. I think chronomancy is an official term.
Then it is chronomancy.
Chronomancer. I have them. Oh,
Or chronoturgy.
shit. So it's probably only a matter of time before they find those corpses, and then it's going to be a bit of an investigation.
No,
and that's
there
gonna-
is no corpses because it never happened.
What happened?
It
What?
maybe happened for
Oh.
you because you caught up to this timeline.
Swear to
I
God,
went
we
back
better
in
have our
time.
XP still.
I went back in time and stopped us from going there. Or not you, but stopped the teacher and the students from going there.
Okay.
The plot changed.
So there's
Okay.
still dead.
Are we being
culprits.
gaslit by a freshman?
From your perspective and how you traverse time, yes, you guys went to the theater and there was a lot of bloodshed, and I'm so glad that you made it out alive, okay? However, the current time stream that you are in right now, I went back in time and changed so that Miss Lang never goes to the theater.
Tyson, I'm gonna reach into my lapel and bring out the vial of blood I collected. Is it still full or is it clean?
It is still full.
I think I also had one. I want to check it.
So, Nora, explain to me how exactly.
Why does
this
everybody
works,
have blood?
'cause I filled up this vial before I left. So-
Time is not linear. Time, like you can experience time and we can experience time completely differently. And because of time magic, it kind of blurs the lines. So what happened is that the time stream that you are in right now is a different one than the one in which you collected that blood in vial. Very small
Hey,
minor
guys.
changes, the only one being that Miss Lang did not go to the theater that night, but you still have remnants of the timeline in which you came from.
How far back can you go?
I can only go back about 48 hours, which is why you can only use it to go to classes and stuff. And I'll let you know, I'm risking a big deal by having and going and making changes to the time stream because that was the one thing that Professor Sharpbeak said I couldn't do.
Well, I will say about Sharpie, don't listen to anything she says.
Well, she's our teacher and the head of the college now.
Yeah, she's getting time
That
magic
means nothing,
students.
Nora.
Rewind.
Nora, wait, I'm a little. Are you? Hang on. Are you a freshman or are you a senior?
No, the magic's okay. The magic that Sharpbeak gave me is used for a lot of seniors who don't end up passing classes, but the school kind
I
of wants
see.
those graduation numbers to be up. But because I'm a promising young student and I want to take a lot more course load because I want to dual major and get 3 degrees here, I have to take this. I'm a freshman, but I'm taking sophomore level classes and I'm taking a lot more classes to get all the credits on time.
Okay. At the risk of blowing up Tyson's head, I understand the situation now. Thank you. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. It's very confusing, but I think I understand.
Yeah, Doctor Who has made some bad choices over the last few years.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I stopped watching really after Matt Smith, so I'm good.
Peter Capaldi was worth it, but pretty much after that,
I hear he was, but
it's-
my family ditched cable after that, so I didn't watch it anyways.
I
But,
watched this last season with Shooting Nagawa, and he was great. Like, I think he was a great doctor. I think the story and the writing was really disappointing. And this is the last thing I'll say on this tangent because I was really sad because I loved Russell T Davies' first go. This second time around, it was very much like, what if I just do babies in space? And that was an episode.
So
The villain was their boogers. And I wish I was joking.
Still goes on tangent.
I'm glad I stopped watching.
Goblins
Anyways.
use not technology to traverse through time. This man was high on some fucking shit and he ruined it.
He was high on the wrong shit.
Yeah, you're not
So-
wrong.
a really handy power to have in our back pocket, or in your back pocket, I gotta say.
Well, we're all the most promising students. I think each of us should have one of these.
I'm sorry, Sharpbeak is the head of the college now?
But that's been
That's
canonically
what-
established. That wasn't just a Nora thing.
Okay.
I guess I just missed that.
Yeah, me too.
That was a couple episodes ago, I feel like. But yeah.
What I'm
was
learning
great.
is I need to pass my classes because the headache Nora having this magic is giving me, I could not handle this.
Can I send Pidgey to like head towards the theater? Just again while we're doing this, like
Yes.
send him to fly off to look at it. Okay.
Essentially, this magic is the equivalent of like a course recovery catalog where you're trying to earn a bunch of credits because you failed. Pidgey heads over to the theater, and you can see as he heads in, there is no evidence that there was any kind of fight there.
Is there still an R in the curtains?
No,
No,
it just looks
it
like
just
an
looks
old rundown theater
theater
that hasn't been
hasn't
used
been
in
used in like
30 years.
30 years.
Oops. There goes our
All the lights take 10 minutes to turn on. It still runs on floppy magic.
So Nora,
Just
one last
SRI,
clarifying
That's
question.
all it is.
Nora, one last clarifying question. I'm assuming the way that this magic works and all this stuff works, we didn't notice when we entered the new timeline, or when the
No.
timeline got changed?
No, you wouldn't have. And it's because timelines converge all the time and you're unaware of them. It's not like a branch, it's kind of like a river. Sometimes the river departs and then sometimes it comes back in.
And you can teach this to us, right? Since you know the spell.
I mean, that's against the rules.
Hello? Didn't you just break a major rule already?
Yeah, literally was about to say that.
Nora, all I gotta say to that is if you're gonna hang
I
out
told
with
you
us,
not to break, and you broke it. So I mean, at
you
this
gotta be
point,
willing to break a few rules.
Yeah, to make it up to us.
Pick it up to you.
yeah, honestly, I'm pissed.
I got you out of a murder charge.
You don't know that we didn't go that far in the timeline. You removed us from our timeline.
You have no idea what we've been through already.
Listen, I'll think about it. This is really powerful stuff. And if it gets out, I could get expelled.
I'm gonna tell Sharkbeak if you don't share the knowledge with us.
So you're blackmailing me now.
Well, and Tony's gonna look at the two dudes that are holding her to like tighten their grip a little bit.
Look, we are
You
so
have
close
options, you
to
know.
breaking the biggest case this school has ever seen. And this... I really
What's
don't
that?
Oh, hang on.
Maybe
Raylo?
once, hold up. Once you become initiated into our group, it's gonna take a while. Maybe we'll share that with you. But until then, we need a little bit of trust here.
You were close to being initiated into a group, but luckily you did some time travel and changed that,
Listen,
I'd say.
I can't teach you the spell right now, but I could potentially take you back in time.
Just holding it, a resource for herself to make herself more useful. Good boy.
Messing with the
Raylo,
timeline is never good.
I'll be honest, I don't think it's like that. I just
Josie
think
is
it's...
correct. Also, it doesn't always yield the results that you intend for. We were really lucky this time, okay? It doesn't always work that way.
I mean, we won't know unless we try.
We are all very...
If anything goes bad, we can just go back in time and fix it again.
There are rules, okay?
And then there's gonna be 20 copies of Coco in one place, and the future is just not good because it's the timeline is all wibbly wobbly.
Not good. That sounds like the best.
Much like a river, if you create too many streams, you can dry up the river. So we really got to be careful, okay? Listen,
long as we
if
got our
there is a
anchors
situation
in.
that needs us to go back in time, like the situation we found ourselves in last night, then we can do so. But and I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm just saying, like, this is not small stuff.
I
Listen.
guess.
I want to be your friends, but I also don't want to compromise my values to do so.
I don't think you
So,
understand how healthy that is.
I just, yeah, that's where I'm at, okay? So if you want your goons to kill me, then go ahead and kill me.
He's dramatic.
Just get it over
He's
with,
gonna
Tony.
Tony's gonna look at the dudes and be like, boys, please, where are your manners? Please. Like, dust her off.
They let go of
So
her and they
they're-
immediately like straighten her up and like in a very manhandly way are like tidying her back up.
Fixing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not how I thought I would die.
Now, Nora,
You
that
can-
sparks my interest the first time in this conversation. Tell me, how did you think you would die?
Yeah, couldn't you just like use the time magic to not
old
die?
age would be like really good, and I thought that maybe like I would, Like
Old age, huh?
have a nice family or something.
We should all be so lucky.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm glad you're safe.
See you at the cafe, Nora.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, we'll
sorry.
see you later for sure.
Thank you.
I'm really
I think-
tired of having more questions than answers. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, it is getting a little tiresome. On the bright side, I do think she'll make an interesting addition to our group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
As we were like about to torture her.
You were about to torture her. I was content to just let that
I
go.
wasn't gonna. I wasn't. I just was just gonna
We were
scare
having
her
a
little bit.
conversation.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, look on the bright side. We murdered people and she cleaned the bodies for us.
It's true.
And then we get to go kill those people again because you know they're going to come back.
I just don't want to
I
risk
just-
her jumping in time.
Looking at it.
I had such a cool entrance. I don't know if I can recreate that.
Raylo, I'm sure we can find a way.
I have a question for the group. Now that we know the dean knows what the dean knows, what are we going to tell the dean? Because the dean already knows. I don't understand.
The dean does not know that we killed anyone because we didn't kill anyone.
The dean also doesn't know that we know that she knows.
I
So-
instantly regret bringing time travel into this.
It's just like the Marvel plays.
Oh.
At least
Yeah,
hey guys, as long as we have our anchor being, we're fine.
I do think it's a little weird how at least.
What if
After we-
Sharpbeak is the anchor being?
Oh God. Well, there can always be a new anchor being. I will say
Maybe
it is
this
a little
one's-
strange to me that the mystery of the oversized skeleton, but
Oh yeah,
You
what
know
the
what?
fuck is that?
either that goes somewhere or it doesn't. At this point, it's not. All I'm saying is that skeleton is probably not key to all of this. I think we can move on.
Well, okay, so if that was, forget the teacher's name, in that timeline, then the appearance, her appearance, isn't her true appearance still.
Does anyone
Probably
know to spell magic?
I don't.
Do you think that was like her original skeleton, and what she has now is like a
Why?
lie?
Okay, if she has some kind of disguised self up right now, why?
Maybe she's
'Cause
ugly.
She probably looks hideous. She
Maybe
does
for the
know.
same reason. Okay. Maybe for the same reason as Xander and Grayson and all these other cultists.
There's a lot of anciently old people on this campus. Is all I'll
That's
say to
true.
that.
Yeah.
Wait, is Grayson and Xander old? Like, do they look really old? Really or no? Aren't they like trapped eternally?
We know that they're shapeshifters or cultists. Do we know that they're shapeshifters too? Did we see them shapeshift?
I don't know that they're shapeshifters,
Shapeshifters?
but they are shapeshifting for sure.
But Grayson was eternally young and he was like 130 years old. I didn't know Xander was shapeshifting.
I mean, he's still kind of young.
You have not seen them change forms, and you've only heard Grayson say that he's 180 years old.
Well, we saw the photo of Grayson too, right?
Yes.
Yes. And, tried to appeal to my softer side, that disgusting wretch.
I mean, it is possible that he's not lying.
Oh, I believe him, but he's still. I felt sorry. I actually felt sorry for him. Just a moment, tiny moment, a very fleeting moment.
You want to go talk to Dean Lang and figure out that end of things?
Yeah. Does anyone have anything that could help them see through this guy's self.
Unless we
Okay.
attack her, no.
If I'm being brutally honest, I think that this might be tangent that we don't need to focus on. I mean, if you guys want to, that's fine, but this isn't even my class.
Mine neither.
Oh, I got it.
Does anyone else have detect magic? Anyone that's going to see her?
I do.
Try maybe subtly casting that on her. Or I guess you could cast it before you go in because it lasts up to 10 minutes.
Yeah. Try it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be transmutation, but that's all I get.
Before we go into the office, I could cast see invisibility to see if there's anybody else, but I don't have nothing to see through like her weird skeleton issues.
Oh,
Either
wait.
way, it'll be worth to hear what she has to say.
Is there anything that you want from the people that don't have this class? Or that we need from the people who don't have this class?
Has
Sorry,
anyone
who was that
seen-
directed at?
Has
Just
anyone seen
everyone, whoever doesn't,
Xander
whoever's
or
going into the
Grayson?
meeting, or I guess just the
Oh.
group in general.
I mean, I probably won't be attending it. Doesn't seem like it's something for me.
Has anyone seen Xander or Grayson around campus lately?
Yeah. Just while you guys were doing that scavenger hunt, I poked into the swamp. Followed them into the swamp. They this was something we did miss in the recap, but they summoned some sort of apparition. They were talking to some sort of figure about I believe Xander is trying to court someone, and another certain someone is interfering with that. So yeah.
Wait, who? Whom and whom? Why are you being so facetious?
Look, Raylo, you weren't there. It's all right. Don't worry about it for now.
Okay.
I think the joke will reveal itself in time.
I don't like this.
To break the fourth wall, I believe that the person interfering with him is Tony. I think. Yeah. Or at least the
I'm
person
not
he
Yeah, because they
sure.
were supposed to court somebody else.
the
Right.
person he thinks is interfering with him anyways is Tony. I think he thinks
Yeah.
Tony's trying to court him.
And
Or
then
something
Tony
like that.
and Cordelia are meeting up with the two of them at Tony's family's restaurant the night before the next student council thing. So we can try to get some information. Also, if you guys wanted to like search their rooms, I didn't know if we were doing that.
Yes, that was something we were gonna do, but
I did have a plan for that.
Okay, nice.
well, chloroform. But in any case, yeah.
Well, I got secrets too, so.
I don't have
The record
much-
actually wasn't trying to keep that a secret. I was just trying to make a funny eye jab with Mordecai, like
No, I
some.
know, but Raylo still has no idea.
Fair enough.
All right. So who's going to class? Me, Theo, Coco.
I'll go.
And the rest of you are gonna sleuth.
Or at least do our own thing.
All right, remind me, who's going to the office hours? It is Raylo, Coco, is that it?
Me.
And Theo. Okay. You guys head to the office, and you sit down. And Vermelda has all of the letters laid out across her desk. Yes, students, please enter in. Shut the door behind you if you would. I apologize for being so forthwith in class, but it's very alarming to see this sigil. Tell
I
me,
think you
students,
know.
do you know anything about this sigil? What it represents?
What do you know about it?
This is the symbol of a very evil and ancient cult known as the Cult of Auric. who has a singular goal and mission of raising an ancient demon known as the Blood Lord.
And you think this is very bad.
This cult was eradicated almost 200 years ago.
Definitely not.
To see its symbols and sigils in today is most alarming. I need to know that you have no connection with them.
We don't.
How
Personally,
did
I've
you
never
come
seen
by
that before
these
in my
letters?
life.
Scavenger hunt.
Yeah, literally your assignment.
Describe it to me. How did you find these?
So I think we got turned around in the library. We didn't go up the stairs. There's the spinny thing in the beginning, and we went from the front door past the spinny thing to a gargoyle, and that opened up a secret room that had a bunch of those letters. And they looked really similar to the letters we found on the sundial.
You found this first one at the sundial.
I
Yeah.
think it was me.
Students, these are recruitment letters. They are
But, like, for the
designed...
army?
No, Theo. My dear sweet Theo. God, it's a good thing you're good at handball. These letters are a trial designed to recruit new members into the cult.
So wait, where did your scavenger hunt take you? Like, where was it supposed to take us?
To ancient sites around Strixhaven for you to learn about nobles and dignitaries of the past that have created the school.
Oh,
That
so
is
like
not what we did.
the old creepy theater that no one goes to anymore, that wasn't like a statement on the state of the arts?
Well, I was going to send us to the end there to research about an old Prismari figure who the statue was made, but I was convinced otherwise to change the structure. Is this why I was informed by Miss Lee to move the scavenger hunt?
Maybe.
This is
I
serious.
think maybe yes.
Look, we don't know really if we can trust you. Is the issue.
I understand.
Yeah, you were dead.
I was dead?
I don't know if
What is
if the timeline is supposed to let me tell you that, but yeah, you were dead.
It's that.
Oh, goodness. Students,
Yes, you were.
I'm going to keep these letters, and I'm going to turn them into Professor Sharpbeak.
No.
No.
I was fine with the first part.
Look. We have suspicions about certain somebody head of this school, and we have been doing our best to avoid any interaction of the sort, passing of knowledge, this sort of knowledge to Sharpbeak. Have you noticed like every catastrophe that happens, Sharpbeak is always there.
Well, she was the activities coordinator for a very long time at the school. And as such, it seems that most of the attacks on campus have been at activities. I don't know if that's condemnation, but there is a correlation. I see what you're framing. Listen, students. There are protections in place.
The protections are failing.
Yeah, us, we're the predictions.
We have been the protections.
No. The dragons are the protection. The 5 founding dragons can sense and read through magical deception. So if Sharpbeak is indeed an imposter, as you are implying, or untrustworthy, they would be able to tell. So I will not take these. Instead, I will take these to the Dragon of Lorehold. Have them take a look at it.
I am also uncomfortable with this, but for a different reason.
Why are you uncomfortable with this, Mr. Leo?
I don't know that we should be entrusting ancient lizards with the goings-on of a regular school.
Mr. Theo,
This feels like
did
a
you
matter
know
to be
that these
decided among the
ancient
people involved.
lizards are the founding members of the college? That you are going to a school that is ran by lizards?
I mean, isn't every school, but
We just want to say this, and you can probably understand why
Oh,
we
Theo,
don't want to
sweet
trust any of you guys. You say this place is protected, but they have found every single back door and angle to get in, and we've had to step
It
in
is
and
not
stop
the
them.
campus that is protected. It is the line of succession and the snarls that are protected.
that's an alarming thing that you just said. That's a very alarming thing that we are not protecting the campus. We're protecting the institution.
We are protecting the students in the institutions, okay? However, it is also the fact that when we closed down the swamp, where did we find you 4 and your compatriots? It is also the question that when you were out exploring, where did you find the mage hunters? In areas in which you were not supposed to go. So, while I understand your concerns and I understand that this is not okay for you, if you followed us and stayed in your dorms, you would have been fine.
I think the dorms are safe, though.
All right, well, hold on. The first time I've seen one of the big bugs was Sharpbeak sent us into the swamp to find the mascots for Mage Ball.
Yes, you did.
I'm fairly certain the other time was at on-site housing. So we were literally in our dorms.
In the frat house.
I have
Now
nothing to say to that.
I'm not going to describe a frat house as safe, but based on your statement.
Well, maybe we do need to increase some security at the frat house.
No,
Maybe
it's
we
fine.
need some more presence.
Oh, we got it.
You were just complaining, Mr. Raylo, that it's not safe, and then I offer to create it
Look.
safer.
I was just trying to make a point of why we can't trust a lot of you. And
Point
I
duly
am-
noted. Mr. Raylo, here's my warning to all of you. Do not intertwine yourself with whatever this is. I understand that you thought that you were following the assignment and that this was unintentional. But if you find yourselves in a situation where you see this symbol, or you have others invite you, please, please do not get involved. It was... When I was a young student here, my grandmother, she got involved in this Auric. You see, they target individuals who are often overlooked or marginalized at this campus. Convince them that they can grant powers or desires, but ultimately they are just cannon fodder for whatever end they have, and that end is to bring back the Blood Avatar, a very deadly and ancient demonic being whose whole purpose is to destroy the world and bathe it in blood. Whatever they promise you, whatever you think they may say is true, It is absolutely a falsehood.
Well, how did they stop them 200 years ago?
It took a lot of very talented wizards and witches. Took a lot of bloodshed as well. You see, the thing about a cult is that the members don't always know that they are being turned or overrun. Miss Kokomi, is this why you've been obsessed with blood as of late?
No, truly, doesn't have to deal. I just have I'm one person, so I am not a cult, and I'm not part of a cult. Um, I don't see anyone questioning doctors. Doctors are always working with blood, and that's like okay. So, sorry, I just want to expand my knowledge and growth at the School of Magic.
Miss Kokomi, if that is the case, then I will leave it be. Please talk.
That's where you're the best.
Please talk to the Dean, Valentin. I am still concerned for your well-being prior to this knowledge.
Well, if anyone can help me, it's him, right?
And God. All right.
I know this is not the best time, Dean, but do you want to do an interview for the school paper sometime next week?
Sure, Theo. Sweet Theo.
So, are we in agreement that if we promise to stay out of trouble and come to you, if there is, that you will keep this between us?
I will talk with the dragon of the Lowerhold College.
Does he keep secrets? Or is he gonna
A dragon does as a dragon wishes.
maybe not tell him?
Students, I am your teacher, not your friend. But I do care about your safety and well-being, and if the Auric is active on campus again, then someone in a leadership position needs to know. So I will honor your wishes by not going to Sharpbeak directly, but I will tell those that are above Sharpbeak this information.
Fair.
With that,
I
you are
see.
dismissed.
And I, as I'm walking out, cast detect magic real quick.
Sure. You look back into the room, and there is an aura about Professor Lang.
Oh no.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. I ain't very good at that. I have what, +3? That's a 15.
You look and you see that the magic is emanating from a ring on her finger that seems to be casting a shield, stopping you from being able to detect any kind of magic on her. So the only thing that picks up is the ring.
I don't like it.
You
I'll let
look,
everyone else
though,
know.
and you see that it fits almost like a half moon where the ring on your finger would match.
Mm-hmm. I don't have it on, so she wouldn't have noticed.
No,
I
no,
took it
no,
off
no.
when
But
I-
you would have clocked it because you've seen it. It looks like
Okay.
almost like the same way an engagement ring and a wedding ring can fit into one another. It looks like this is like half of a ring, and your ring
Okay.
would mesh.
I see. Okay. I guess it's to be determined if we should have said anything to her or not. Did our best, guys. We didn't have a voice of reason, right?
I have a good feeling about this.
great.
Not everybody comes back from the dead. Usually they're good.
Right. Except if a necromancer did it.
Do you think Nora's a necromancer? Do you think she lied about timeline magic? It's all a cover.
That would be a really complicated cover. I don't think so. But let's keep that on the back burner. Possible necromancy.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
It's not important, but I would like to go to the student store. If we can do that later.
I'll at some point want to speak to the other dean, but I don't know if that's like a later scheduled event thing.
We can do that whenever. Let's do the student store first. Theo, what are you looking for at the student store?
I am interested in, for totally legitimate sports reason, maybe like a tracksuit to help mobility, and some shoes that won't, clank and squeak like cleats. Maybe like
Alright.
something that's a little sneakier, like sneakers.
Is there a mechanical benefit you're trying to gain out of this?
If possible, yeah. It's mostly just having clothes that aren't chainmail for disadvantage with stealth.
Okay, so you're looking for something to get rid of that disadvantage?
Pretty much, like
Okay.
a tracksuit, Adidas.
Yeah. We can totally do that. Might I interest you in this wonderful paraphernalia? It's made
No,
from
thank you. I'm
Gecko,
sober.
a wonderful brand in the magic community. And these can be all yours for only 20 gold.
I'm sorry. You cut out there. What was the price of that? Your voice?
20 gold.
We can do that. I can do that.
Wonderful.
I don't know. That's anything I need to know about it. If you just want to send it to me.
No, all it does is just remove the disadvantage that you have now.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So now it's just straight rolls. That's the only mechanical benefit. Perfect. Up next, anybody?
Can I go to Witherbloom to talk to Lizette as Josie? Because I've been going to take fake classes with her.
Yeah. You've been going all semester. You and the class. Today's lesson was on a advanced greater healing potion. And go ahead and give me a medicine check for me.
Uh, 12?
You end up making a healing potion, but instead of it being a greater healing potion, it's just a regular healing potion. And you know that wasn't the assignment. The teacher's going to walk over and go, Josie, that was such a good effort.
Tony's just gonna like be like, fuck. I mean, yep. Sorry, yeah. I don't
Don't-
know. I've never just not done that. That's crazy.
Don't beat yourself
How do
up.
I?
You'll get there. You've already made such great strides this year.
Yeah, but like I'm supposed to do that like the first time, and I didn't. So like, what? How do I change that?
Well, not everything has to be done correctly the first time. Some things take time and dedication. To truly master.
Dedication?
Yes, you must commit yourself to the art.
Like in prison?
No, not in prison. You must commit yourself to being able to succeed. Some things take effort over time.
Can I try it again?
Yes, go for it. Go ahead and roll, and this time go ahead and add a plus D4.
I got a 17.
This time you ace it, and you get the potion correct. You can now add a greater healing potion and a regular healing potion to your inventory.
Sweet. I guess Tony's just gonna turn to the professor like, thank you. That was encouraging?
Oh, well, you're most welcome. You definitely deserve it.
I have to go. I'll see you later.
And you peace out. Anything else anyone else wants to do?
I think I'm gonna skulk my way over to the abandoned library where the portal is. Kind of want to check in on it, see if the cult has disturbed our work.
You head in, and it seems exactly as you have left it.
All right. I guess I'll give it a quick once over. I know we've scoured this place ad nauseum now, but it's I guess a quick investigation check to see if there's anything we missed.
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll for me.
I got a 16.
You don't find anything new, but what you do find on a 16 is it does look like somebody has been here. It looks like they were scavenging for something, but based on the fact that the sigil is still damaged, it doesn't give you the impression that the cult member was here.
I'm gonna summon George,
Okay.
and I'm gonna ask him to sniff around to see if he smells any trace of this person. And more importantly, if he can find it and track it.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an animal handling check. See how well George sniffs.
That is another 16.
George seems like he's recalled the scent. He doesn't find like a trail necessarily, but he does sniff around the corner of the where you entered in from the cave, And it looks like whoever this person was entered by foot.
Okay.
The feet are rather small.
Like halfling gnome bullywog size.
Like young female size.
Young female, like I guess I'm trying to figure out like, because young female isn't exactly like young female human, like human size, or
Yeah, something to that effect. You also find a guitar pick on the ground.
so probably Aurora. Assuming. Okay. Is there any like marking or design on the guitar pick?
No, it just looks like a cheap guitar pick.
All right. Kind of want to activate that. How long would it take me to reconstruct the portal?
Probably about a half a day.
A half a day?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll come back later for that then. I think I'll just go to my shift at the fire jewel.
Perfect. With that, if nobody else has anything,
Can I do something really quick?
yes, Josie, what would you like to do?
Can I go find Aurora?
Yeah.
She
She is at the coffee shop, sitting, having a little coffee date with Lorraine.
Okay. Can I like just approach them like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Hey, Josie. Oh, hi, Josie.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
We're doing okay. How are you?
You know, when things aren't trying to kill you on campus, they're fine. I haven't been playing very much music lately. And things have been getting very stressful, and I feel like it's making me act a little crazy. I was wondering, Aurora, if next time your band gets together, if I'd be able to join you guys.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
That's what D20 is. Persuasion. That's a 10.
Yeah, you think you got what it takes?
Oh, I don't know if I can keep up, but I can at least, have fun.
Why don't you
Maybe
come
de-stress.
to rehearsal with us on Wednesday?
Okay.
See how it
that sounds
goes.
good. Thank you. Anyways, I'll let you guys get back to it. I'm sorry. Have a good day.
Hey, Josie.
Yeah.
You never need to apologize.
Okay. That sounds good.
But if you
Thank
ever
you.
bring that bitch around, I swear to God.
Oh, I hate that I have to ask this, but which one?
There's only one that is the bitch.
Do you see how that nervous come for me?
You see Lorraine's pencil snap.
Okay.
The one who destroyed my notes collection.
Right, I wasn't there for that. Okay. Noted.
I thought that
guys
was
know-
me.
No, Theo, you broke the door.
Do I have anything for this? I don't think I do. No, I'm gonna be like, okay, sounds good, invisible, and then I'm out. High stress.
Perfect.
Cool. That was up.
Where are all these little bugs coming from? They're flying, so it's not ants. They look like little gnats.
Yeah, I have that problem over here too. I've been swatting that on one.
Yeah, they keep
Do you have
hitting
fruit
me.
flies? Do you have something rotting?
No, they're not fruit flies. They're like translucent white little things. All right.
Everything overrun me.
Well, I had nothing else planned for tonight, so if nobody else has anything, then I think that's what we're gonna call it.
Sounds like good timing. I'm getting a little tired.
Perfect. We will pick this back up next week. Same bad time, same band channel.
I want to do my Dean talk next time.
Sounds good.
I think next time I would like to go through that portal, but that can obviously wait till next week.
Yeah. We can send you back.
Cool.
All right. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, yee.